No, but a lot of things we did, we never ever expected we could manage this. And that is what is so intriguing, really.
I think also the sets, I think for the audience to know that we eventually, if I may say,
built a city.
Cities, land, and built a city. And I think the fact that Nagi today has a vision where once the movie releases, I think fans of the movie can actually go and
the
visit
vision
the
is
set.
unique because the way they places the camera is not like we are used to.
Yeah.
He comes quite close to look at you.
Too soft.
And that's what you enjoy because how do you act for cameras here?
Yeah.
So how
In our time, it used to be a challenge, Kamal. And I still remember that one of the challenges for an artist used to be to give a close-up with a 75mm lens on a Mitchell camera, which was huge. This huge monster used to come and stand here with a lens, and you have to do a close-up.
And it's a rack shift camera.
Yeah.
So even the cameraman is not actually looking at the image, but is looking at parallax.
Parallax, yes.
And they didn't have monitors.
No monitor.
Nothing.
Oh.
And
So we're not used to, not seeing the director standing next to us on the set. We're always used to see where the camera is, the director, then he's guiding us.
Yeah.
We're not used to that. You just hear a voice somewhere, 2 miles away,
Mike.
Nagi shouting or whatever it is. But really, Deepika, you've done so many films, and I will say that you are a modern age artist. So
No, not only that, in the West. it has been
exactly,
there.
yeah.
So I think
how do you
nothing
Biggest
else is
international
surprising
ads ever
like it does.
anyone ever did. Louis
No, but it must
Vuitton.
have been.
Keep quiet.
It must have been a hell of an experience for you.
No, I think what I was processing as I heard the two of you speak is in terms of where we were, filmmaking and technology,
Yeah.
to now for all of us to be a part of a movie where I think every kind of technology that is available in the world today is probably at our disposal through this movie. And the fact that we have a director who's used it so intelligently, and also to find that balance, because also with AI and things like that, I think you can also lose the soul of performances, but I think to be able to find that balance between technology that's available to you but to also keep the performances real, I think is what makes this movie and this experience very special.
Yeah. Some of the visuals of the sets, we were either against a green screen or just close up, we never know. But quite honestly, for the first time, I've seen
The visuals.
the surroundings,
Correct.
and it's just unbelievable. And my God, I always wonder how Nagi had this vision.
That's what I was saying. It was all in his mind.
No, and even for us who like breathe in, breathe out with him every day, we'll be like sometimes, what are we shooting? Which scene are we shooting? What are we
what
doing?
we've created is only like the 30% of the set. Like for example, where you guys were fighting, it's just the bridge where we shot for
Correct,
a long
but now you
time.
see
but
the
now
whole
there's a whole
world.
city there. So,
When we watch the world, we started watching some of the CG shots and fully built sets, we're like, wow, this is what this man had in his head, fully there. Like he knew what he was doing.
I think she knew what he was doing.
No, I would just peep into the edit room, I'm like,
the first sentence, what did he say
just
about
like-
the film? The first, when he's like, he should tell you first.
No, Nagi's the biggest expression would be like,
No,
it's
the
good.
first time when he told about the story or the movie, what he want to make. He told you first, I think, as I remember.
Yeah, so basically he
said
just
like,
said like, I have
"This
this
is the
story,
time."
one word, he just said like, there's a small story that I really like,
Small.
but there's another one, but there's another one, which is like a really like something that I would do at another stage, but if I don't do this now,
Then I might not
then
be
I
able
might
to
not
do
be
it
able
again.
to do it again.
And then he
Yeah,
for some
so-
reason
so I
went
said
on
that, yeah.
saying in his own words, I'd say, that this is something India deserves now. We will have to tell this sort of storytelling in India. We have to have our own, stories like this.
Yeah.
So this has been there with him for the longest time. And apparently he wanted to do it with Prabhas like ages back. I said like, I don't even know how.
First film you want to do with me,
apparently
told me.
with this film, and then
No, the fact that we are able to mix mythology with something futuristic
Correct.
is so unique
Yeah, it's unique, sir.
and very intelligent.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
intelligent. Most of India, all of India recognizes our mythology and our history and our culture and whatever our traditions.
And what could go wrong?
And what could go wrong? Yes. But to be able to bring that and make it sound real, I mean, we'll be disclosing a lot of the story if we do that, but the fact is that by the end of the film, you will actually believe what you saw.
Yeah.
And that is the vision that, will make the success of the director of the production and the film also. But Prabhas, you worked in similar subjects earlier also.
This is like this.
Bahubali, for example, was,
periodic.
was a little periodic.
This
but
is future.
Here there is period and the future mixed together.
Yeah,
It's just, it must have been a
And my
experience.
character is like, it has a lot of, it has grey, superhero, funny. So I
Also, the
think
first time you have humor. One of the
humor I
first few
did for
times.
like, before Bahubali I did, but for other than Telugu, I think this first time they're watching me in humor. Funny character with superhero, with grey shade. So I think the way he wrote, I think this is the best character ever in my life. The way he wrote it.
And also I have to say that, one of the most difficult casting ever was Kamal sir.
Kamal sir, yeah,
Was
he was so
Yaskin.
worried about
We were like,
months.
we were shooting, but then like Yaskin, when is Yaskin coming? The whole film is Yaskin, but where is Yaskin? And how would you cast this person who's equivalent to, or like, mightier than these two superheroes, and then who is it? And then we could only think, we were like, we were
behind for
1 year, sir, easily 1 year.
easily
Easily 1 year.
And I was telling, why will he do it? Don't torture me. Just leave.
It's not a question of torture because I self-doubt becomes, you've done this, he has done this, he has done this, what am I going to do? That was the reason
Nagi
why
also
I
like-
realized. And it's not that I've played bad guys before, even as a lead bad guy, psychopaths and all that, but this is something else.
Yes.
Yeah. First time, we are lucky to have Kamal sir.
The detailing of the equipments that are going to be there, like the bus, for example. And the car,
We had
Buji,
a
for
auto.
example. and I didn't know that Buji was made in India.
It is fully
Made by
Fully
Mahindra
made
and one
in
of the
India. It was made by Mahindra and J Motors, and also a lot of young Indian engineers. A lot
It's
of
just
young,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Many a times I used to ask Nagi when I went on the set and said, "Okay, how did you think of this?" So he said, "There are companies that have think tanks, and we gave them the idea, and they come up with projections, and then we approve something."
Even for a storyboard, you came up with a new guy. I suggested somebody.
Correct, sir.
We even tried that.
Correct, sir, yes.
It's not that they have a team and they'll never try anything new. Because we tried, we didn't like it.
Yes.
We came back.
For your
So
look.
there was still experimentation.
Yes.
Even my look, I don't know, it must have changed about 5 times at least.
Yeah.
Costume,
Agreed,
look,
yeah.
everything.
No, and also Nagi is very fortunate to be working with you two, especially at your stature. You're willing to experiment with him. You're willing to explore things with him. So in one of the interviews which we just did, they said, was it a big pressure? Shooting with Bachchan sir and Kamal sir. He said, initially, I was like, I found it very funny and silly that I would actually direct both of them. then, it felt so easy because they both said, don't make me an Amitabh Bachchan, don't make me a Kamal Haasan. Do something else with us. He had the same notion with both of you all, and he enjoys working with you both so much. Absolute no pressure. I'm like, you are directing them, and he has no pressure on his face. So I think it's a great synergy.
I don't know about him, but it's terrible to be able to even think like this. I don't want to play myself. But what is myself? I'm not me. with all due respects, we're all fakes in front of the camera anyway. We're playing fake characters. And, the writer is a true genius. He dreams, he thinks. But all of us are fake. So, what is it about me? It's nothing. It's just something that you've seen in a visual in a film. It's not that this is how we are.
But Abhijit, that's a gyan you get after 20-25 years. It will never come